Let's say an investor asks you, what's your break even? Do you know the answer to that? If you don't, I'm telling you right now, you're in trouble. There are numbers you need to know, not just because you're meeting with investors, but because you need to know them to run your business effectively. And here they are. You ought to know what your revenue is. If you don't know that, come on. What's wrong? You ought to know your revenue. You ought to know how much money you're burning. And by burn rate, I don't mean how much money you're spending. Yeah, you ought to know that. But you ought to know your revenue less the money you're spending. That's how much money you're burning. Then you ought to know, when is your break even? In other words, how much revenue do you need to make to get to break even? What is that number? What is that revenue number? And by break even, I mean cash flow break even, because cash is all that matters when you're running a business. You ought to know what month it is or year it is, how long it's going to be before you get to break even based on your current assumptions that you have. And finally, you need to know how much cash it's going to take you to get to break even. Now think about this. If you don't know how much money it's going to take you from where you are now to get to cash flow positive, you're in deep trouble, because what are you going to do? If you need more money, or if you're thinking about hiring more employees and you don't know these basic numbers, you're in deep trouble. Now, if you're dealing with investors, you ought to know these numbers inside and out. It ought to be just like snap of a fingers, boom, know these numbers, because guess what? Your investors are expecting you to know these numbers. It doesn't guarantee you investment, but it certainly gives me confidence as an investor that I'm investing in someone who knows their business. I'm Brett at brettjfox.com. Have a great, great day.